Hi, welcome to Francois Maths class. Today we are going to look at elective maths on the topic coordinate geometry 1, but the subtopic that we are going to consider is equation of a straight line. Equation of a straight line. With the equation of a straight line, when we have the general form of the equation. So the general form of the equation of a straight line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. And this is the general form of the equation of a straight line. And we also have the slope equation. So with the slope equation, you have y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c, where our m is our gradient. Our m is our gradient, and our c is the y-intercept. Our c is the y-intercept. So when a question is given, you can convert this one into this form to help you find your gradient and your y-intercept. Let's get an example here and see. Write the equation 2y minus 4x minus 3 equal to 0 in the form y equals mx plus c. Hence, state the gradient and the y-intercept. So this is the question. We are supposed to write this equation in the form of y equals mx plus c. And after writing that, we should be able to get our gradient and our y-intercept. So first, this is our equation 2y minus 4x minus 3 equal to 0. So looking at this, it means to convert it means we have to make y the subject. So to make y the subject means we have to send the x and the constant to the right hand side. So we have 2y is equal to 4x plus 3. 2y is equal to 4x plus 3. So we have to divide both sides by 2. So 2y 4x plus 3, divide here by 2, here by 2, here by 2. So we have y is equal to 2 goes into 4, 2x plus 3 on 2. So when you compare it with y equals to mx plus c, then we can say that our m, which is our gradient, is equal to 2. Our gradient is 2, and our c, which is our y-intercept, is 3 on 2. Which is our y-intercept is 3 on 2. And that gives the solution to this question. Now let's also look at another question where or let's also look at another formula which will help you. Sometimes you may be given a gradient and a point. You may be given a gradient and a point to find an equation. When you are given a gradient and a point, then you are supposed to use the formula y is equal to, y minus y1 equal to m bracket x minus x1. So your y1 and your x1 becomes the point that has been given, and your m will be the gradient, and your m will be the gradient. So let's get an example here and see how we solve it. A straight line has a gradient of 3 on 2 and passes through the point 1, -3. Find its equation and its y-intercept. So from the question, we've been given a gradient and a point. And based on this, we are supposed to find the equation of the line and the y-intercept. So with this, we have our gradient m to be 3 on 2 and our point 1, -3. So we use the formula y minus y1 equal to m into bracket x minus x1. So the point, the first x coordinate is the x1 and we have our y1. So we substitute this into the equation. So we have y minus our y1 is -3 equal to our m, which is the gradient, is 3 on 2 into bracket x minus 1. So we expand that. Y minus minus with plus, so plus 3 is equal to 3 on 2 x minus 1. So we can multiply through by 2. So we multiply both sides by 2. So we have 2y plus 6 is equal to, so the 2 cancel out this. So we have 3x minus 1, minus 3, sorry. So to get the general equation, you can just bring everything here, having 2y minus 3x, then 6 plus 3, which is equal to 0. So 2y minus 3x plus 9 equal to 0. This is the general form of the equation. But from the question, we are also asked to find the y-intercept. And to find the y-intercept, it means that we have to make y the subject from this. So we have to send these ones here. We have 2y equal to 3x minus 9. We divide here by 2, here by 2, here by 2. So our y equals to 3 on 2 x minus 9 on 2. So therefore, our y-intercept is equal to -9 on 2. So this is the slope equation, and this is the general equation, and this is the slope equation. So with the slope equation, so you can see clearly that we have the gradient. Sometimes too, you might also be given 2 points. So with the 2 points, you have to find the gradient from the 2 points and use one of the points and the gradient that you found to find the equation of the line. Let's try one of them. So the question is, find the equation of a line AB which passes through the points A 2, 4 and B 5, 6. So this time we were not giving gradients, but we're giving 2 points. And since we've been given 2 points, we have to use these 2 points to find our gradient. And after finding the gradient, we can use any of the points and the gradient to find the equation of the line. So first, we have to find our gradient. So this is our x1, this is our y1, x2, y2. And we know that our gradient m is equal to changing y, that's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So our y2 is 6 minus 4 over x2 is 5 minus x1, 2. And this one will give us this, and then we have 2 on 3. So our gradient is 2 on 3. So since we have the gradient, we can pick the gradient in any of the points. So let's pick the gradient M to be 2, 3, and the point A 2, 4 to find our equation. And we know that the formula is y minus y1 equals m into bracket x minus x1. So having that, then this one becomes our x1, our y1. So we can substitute it into the equation. So we have y minus our y1 is 4 is equal to our gradient 2 out of 3 into bracket x minus 2. So we can multiply 2 by our LCM, which is 3. So 3 multiplying, you have 3y minus 12 is equal to 3 will cancel. We have 2 into bracket x minus 2, x minus 2, because the 3 will cancel out that. So we can open that. We have 3y minus 12 is equal to 2x minus 4. So this one, we can find the general form of the equation, which gives us 3y minus 2x minus 12 plus 4 equal to 0. So let's simplify that. I have 3y minus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. So this is the general equation. But if you want to also continue to find the slope equation, then it means you have to make y the subject. So we have 3y is equal to 2x plus 8. We divide here by 3, here by 3, here by 3. So y is equal to 2 on 3, x plus 8 on 3. So our gradient is 2 on 3, and our y-intercept becomes 8 on 3. And this brings us to the end of today's lesson. Continue to subscribe to Francois Maths Class, and you can also contact me on 0246 426343. Thank you and have a nice day.